The secret fortress that was actually a shallow grave. You ever have a memory that feels warm and fuzzy until you say it out loud, and suddenly the room goes quiet? I grew up in rural Oregon, lots of trees, endless rain. My dad was this silent, brooding type, but on weekends he'd get this spark. He'd say, "Come on, buddy, time to work on the fortress." We'd hike way out past the property line, deep into the pines where nobody could see us. He told me the most important part of a fort was the foundation. So, he'd hand me a shovel. He'd say, "Dig. It's got to be deep enough to keep you safe." And I loved it. I felt like a soldier, preparing for battle. I'd dig for hours until my hands were blistered. But here's the weird part. He had this rule. He'd say, "All right, lie down in it. Let's see if it fits." I'd lay there, in the cold, damp dirt, staring up at the gray sky, and he would just stand there, leaning on his shovel, staring down at me. Sometimes, he'd stand there for 5 minutes, not saying a word, just breathing heavy. I remember thinking, Dad is so serious about this fort. He wants to make sure I'm perfectly protected. I'd smile up at him, and eventually he'd let out this shaky breath, drop the shovel, and pull me out. He'd hug me so hard it hurt, smelling like sweat and whiskey. I'm 40 now. I was watching a documentary on true crime last week, and the host said something that made my blood freeze. Most family annihilators, they practice first. I wasn't building a fort. I was digging my own grave. And those long silences? That wasn't him measuring. That was him, standing over me, with a shovel in his hand, deciding if today was the day he buried me.